Over the next week, we're going to be travelling around Chile, the world's longest and narrowest country.
Oh my god!
With the Pacific Ocean to the west and the Andes Mountains to the east, Chile stretches for over 4,300 kilometres and is known for its diverse landscape and unique culture. We start our adventure in the capital city of Santiago, where we'll take a day trip to the popular coastal cities and also see in the new year.
Happy New Year!
We'll then head north into the Atacama desert for an exciting few days, visiting the area's most popular attractions.
This place is so cool.
One small step for man, one giant leap for Kelsey.
It's time to see what this country has to offer.
Good announcement. Let's go!
Good morning from Santiago, Chile.
Good morning.
Chile is a brand new country for the both of us. We've just got 1 week here, but we've made sure that it's going to be a very fast-paced, jam-packed week. We started our day in Santiago by catching the funicular up San Cristobal Hill to the highest point in the city. We're at 300 metres now, which is the highest point of the city.
It's a bit of a shame about the view. It's not as good as it could be because of the smog, but it's still a pretty good view. So at the highest point, they've actually got a giant statue of St. Mary. Now that's one thing we've noticed. South America seems to have a theme of putting giant religious statues on top of the highest points of the city. I mean, it kind of shows how important they are. Okay.
Thank you.
This is the first time we've ever, I think, got a cable car on our own.
We just got in the cable car to go to our next stop. We've got some cool views of Santiago out the windows of these cable cars, and you can also see the tallest building in South America, which is pretty cool. It's very tall.
It is very tall. Normally in cable cars we've been to before, you only got like one certain view you're looking at, say as you're going up a mountain. But in this one it's like 360 views. I don't know where to look.
Every time I come in a cable car, I always think, what happens if it just comes off the cable and we just fall in this box?
Now I've got that put in my head. So only when you're this close to it you can see how big it actually is.
Turns out there is a shopping mall under the tallest building, and it's actually a pretty big shopping mall. But shopping malls can be quite boring unless you actually want to do some shopping, so we've left now. But the area that it's in is like a really modern business district looking kind of area. And we didn't really plan on coming here today. So we're going to head back to the cable car and head back to the centre. We're currently standing in the Plaza de Armas, which is the main square in the centre of Santiago. It's very busy. There's a bunch of buildings from like the 18th century, like the cathedral. There's the museum and the old post office as well.
And if we didn't say, Santiago is actually one of the oldest cities in South America, which is why these buildings are so old, I guess.
Yeah, Santiago was founded in 1541, but the majority of the buildings in the downtown area are from the 1800s. But it's very busy. We've also been told to be careful of the cameras.
You're like...
Just panning down to you, showing the flag first. What have you got to say about the flag that you wanted to say so badly?
I just wanted to say that it's probably one of the biggest flags I've ever seen.
We've come down to another square where there's the palace in the background. And we were just discussing the fact that it kind of feels European, and then you've got those aspects of South American-ness coming through.
Yeah, I think we were saying, especially when you've been to different continents, you definitely compare them all. So there's aspects where like, oh, that looks European, and then there's also things that we haven't seen before, which is obviously the South American coming in.
You've kind of just got to get out of the city, the capital especially, to kind of experience what that country really has to offer. Literally just off the main street back there, we've come to the Santa Lucia Hill.
Apparently it's supposed to be King Neptune. And
oh,
like,
the equator guy?
Yeah, the equator guy, that's it. It's like his like water feature type thing, in memory maybe of him or something, I don't know. I just know it's supposed to be King Neptune.
Wow, you've provided us with a fountain of knowledge there, Kelsey.
Oh, but a bunch fountain. Love that.
Oh yeah, that is him.
Yeah, see? So it is normally meant to be a fountain.
This is a rare sight. Kelsey's just figured out how to use the camera. Look at her go.
So it is meant to be a fountain, but there is a sign that says it is under construction in Spanish. That is Fuente de Agua en Maintenación. So it would normally have water flowing down it like, what's his name, King Neptune. But, you know, you
figured out how to use the camera.
You're a funny one, aren't you?
Good job.
Yay! Kelsey is probably the only clip I've ever done on my own, and it took me about 10 minutes to figure out, turn the camera on and make sure it was all working, so yay! I hope this bit makes it into the video. This view almost feels like a view you'd get on like a rooftop bar. Not too high, but like just a view of like just all the different buildings and stuff. I think we can go higher up though. Should we go higher up?
Yeah, might as well while we're here. Didn't come all the way to Santiago to go halfway up.
You're right.
You actually get a way better view up here than we thought. You've got a full 360-degree view of the city. You can see where we were earlier up San Cristobal Hill. You can see the mountains way better in the background. And you can also see our apartment buildings.
Where?
There.
Oh yeah.
And you can see the tallest tower.
Yeah, I thought that over there.
It's way cooler up here than I thought it would be.
I know. And this one was free. Get some food.
We're back in the apartment now. We've literally been out for about 9 hours today. So we've decided, instead of trying some food at a restaurant because we've been out all day, we've just come back, we're going to cook up some bolognese. We're going to get this. We should get a really cool sunset in this direction. Here. Morning, it is day 2. We are taking a day trip today from Santiago to the Pacific coast. We are heading to Valparaiso and Vina del Mar. It is currently 6:02 a.m. We were due to leave the apartment at 6 a.m. and Kelsey is still in bed eating breakfast.
We made it.
Okay, we've made it to Valparaiso. We just got off the bus. We've walked to the touristy area, I guess. But we are trying to get up here onto this hill. That's where most of the things to see are.
Yeah, but figuring that out is becoming quite difficult because we don't have internet here. So we've saved a bunch of places we want to see, but it's getting to those places.
Yes, we made it to the top of the funicular.
The guy let us go up for free. We didn't have cash and we were about to like walk out and go and get something. He was like, just go ahead. He's so kind.
I think there's a bit of a viewpoint coming up.
Ooh.
Oh, this place is actually way bigger than I thought.
I thought it was like a small, tiny little city, especially if you look behind you, like all around. So fair facts before we start, Valparaiso is a port city and it's known for its street art and colourful buildings, and it's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
There's a tour group. We're gonna follow them. Oh, isn't this the bit with the slides?
Is it a slide?
Oh no, it's not this one. Yeah, it is. It's a slide. On one of the videos that I've watched about Valparaiso, there's a slide like this, but I don't know if there's this one or if there's another one, but I'm gonna go try it on this. It looks like really fast.
Here we go. I might end up having our first injury of the trip. Ready?
Pick up some speed. Do you want to go?
You're fun.
Yeah.
Does it hurt?
Not really, no. It's really
sure?
smooth. Yeah, it's really smooth.
I didn't go as fast as you. It's still pretty fun though.
I think every town and city should have a slide as a mode of transport built into
Yeah. How boring is going down steps and you can just flatten it out on a slide. This is a representation of Ashley going down the slide.
The last clip there was the piano steps, which is like one of the things to see, but it was actually very busy considering we haven't seen that many people around.
There was like a queue of people queuing to get a picture.
Yeah.
We didn't bother.
I didn't even think it was that cool, to be honest. The other steps were cooler with the slide.
Yeah, and nobody was
No one was
there.
there. So there's a bunch of stray dogs in Chile and there's no difference here. But this little guy has his own little doghouse. We just arrived in Vina and it is busier. It's not the vibe I was expecting at all, to be honest.
No, neither was I. I was expecting like a small little beach town, but
Yeah.
loads of people around. That guy was just standing there with a bunch of plasters. Plaster, I know, but plaster.
We read that this is where locals come for their holidays, and it's definitely got that holiday resort feel. You've got hotels and restaurants all lined along the beach. Also a lot of people selling stuff all the way along as well. And because it's New Year's Eve tomorrow, it's very busy here. This is our spot. We've got the sea right there, a little bit of a pier.
It's a shame the weather isn't sunny, but the blue skies are trying to come out.
We've walked pretty much to the end of the beach now. We ended up just sitting down for about an hour and a half, just having our picnic.
We've noticed that further down you come down the beach, it's a lot quieter. There aren't as many people like on the side of the promenades trying to sell you a bunch of random things.
We'd recommend as well, if you were coming to the coast to check out Valparaiso, we'd probably recommend just staying in Vina del Mar and then just taking a trip over, because this seems like a much nicer area.
The next day was New Year's Eve. We didn't do anything worthy of filming, but we did see in the new year on our balcony. 3, 2, 1. There were even people setting off fireworks from their balcony opposite.
Oh my god. What the hell?
It was time for us to head north, so we took a flight to the Atacama desert. The landscapes on the plane and the shuttle bus into San Pedro de Atacama were unlike anything we've seen before.
We've just checked into our Airbnb. It's a nice cute little studio apartment, perfect for what we need for the next couple of days. We have got 3 tours booked over the next 2 days that we're really excited for in the surrounding areas. But for today, I think we're just gonna chill, take a little walk through the town, because the town looked really cool as we were driving through. And that's about it.
It's like a proper little market. It's hidden away, isn't it?
It is, I know.
Oh, there's all these looks like we're in the main part of the town now, and this place is definitely built for tourism. Every building seems to be either a souvenir shop, a restaurant, or a hotel.
Such a quaint little place, isn't it? Like, I've never been anywhere like this before.
I'm excited for the next couple of days.
Me too, it's so unique here.
Although it was 29 degrees when we got here, we've been advised that it's going to be between 0 and -10 where we're going. So we've got thermals on, t-shirts, jumpers, woolly hats. We haven't been in temperatures that cold in about 3 years. So we're taking no risks.
Water is a natural oxygenator, so the most that you need in the altitude is oxygen. Okay, so make sure that you need to drink water. Okay.
It's cold, isn't it?
Yeah, we made it to the El Tatio geysers. We're currently at an altitude of 4,230 meters, which is probably the highest altitude we've ever been in.
Yeah, I think it is.
As you can see, the geysers.
The geezers, you said it first.
Yo.
I've been calling them geezers for the
Kelsey's
last
been
few
calling them
days.
geysers, not geysers, and now it's in my head saying geysers. As you can see, the geysers are in the background over there.
This place is really beautiful. We have a lot of vegetation, okay, but it's also a really dangerous place. This is really important, guys. People have died in this place, and this is not a joke, okay?
So we're surrounded by volcanoes, and that's how these geysers are here. And the steam can reach up to 100 feet. That's crazy. The ones here don't shoot up like the ones in Iceland do, and that's because of the altitude. I almost forget that they're really hot, like boiling temperature. He said they get up to 85 degrees, these ones do. When you're looking at it, I know you see the steam, but you just don't think it's going to be that warm, do you?
He's just told us that we come now because it's the coldest point of the day, and that's when there's the most activity.
Because as it gets warmer, you don't see as much steam, because obviously it gets warmer all around you, I guess.
It's cold.
It is pretty.
He said it's about -5, I think he said.
-5, yeah.
Smell the steam. Oh, it's got like a weird, like sulphury smell.
It does.
It's got a weird taste as well. Okay, she said they start off at this size, and then they go to this size, and then they go to this size.
Well, that can take up to thousands and thousands of years, hundreds and thousands of years. And for the huge giant ones, it can take up to over 1 million years.
Our guide's telling us to touch the ground.
It's warm. It's warm.
Oh my god, it's like hot. It's making such a weird noise. Sounds like a kettle boiling.
I guess in a way it kind of is a kettle boiling. Well, it's not a kettle, but it's boiling. So this one here is called a fountain geyser, and it's the one with the most activity. A lot of them just let off a lot of steam, but this one is actually literally squirting water. This one's the coolest one, I would say. It's crazy that nature causes this, isn't it?
We've actually got more types of geysers. We've got the con geyser. Is that what he's called it?
Con geyser, I think that was what it was called.
And it's like shaped like a volcano because it's made out of lava as well, and then it like solidifies
as it comes to the surface and gets some oxygen.
I didn't realise there was so much different types of geysers.
Oh, that feels so nice.
Oh, just like a hot bath.
Yeah. Warm your hands up nice. Breakfast is served. This volcano right behind us is actually an active volcano, and we got to look through the binoculars and you can actually see the steam coming from it.
This is a weird place, like a big like lagoon sort of thing. And there's just birds building their own nests out of the moss, I guess.
Now we've come across some wild vicunias. So we saw guanacos in Patagonia, and now we're seeing vicunias here. And vicunias and guanacos are like the native animals. Why are we going down?
I don't know.
Why are we going down? So vicunias and the guanacos are like native to the countries then, but alpacas and llamas aren't.
Yeah, we made it to a place where we can see flamingos in the wild for the first time. Whoa, this is cool. We've been told to be quiet.
How cool is this? We have to be quiet because the flamingos are really shy. Just another cool fact about flamingos: when they're on 2 feet, that's when they're eating, and when they're on one leg is when they're actually resting and sleeping. You'd think it would be the other way around, wouldn't you?
Give me your best flamingo impression.
3 hours have passed. The geyser tour was absolutely brilliant. We loved it. We actually booked it on Get Your Guide, which we've never done before.
We've actually booked all the tours we're doing here on Get Your Guides. We'll link those in the description if you are interested. But we are heading out now because we've got a stargazing tour. So basically, Kelsey's just gonna be gazing at me.
Oh, you little star.
Okay, we've just driven like 15 minutes into the middle of nowhere and we've just got out and there is stars everywhere. You probably can't see us.
So we have just got back from the stargazing tour and that was honestly incredible. Oh my god, I've never seen so many stars. This is incredible. I feel like I had my expectations pretty high. Like I was really excited. Like I love stars anyway, but I was really excited, but it completely exceeded my expectations. We saw so many things, learned so much.
Tonight the sky is beautiful, amazing, a lot of stars, planet, galaxy, etc.
The only annoying thing is that we couldn't film, like the camera just wouldn't pick up any of the stars at all. We did manage to get some cool pictures, but the pictures don't represent what we could see with our eyes, let alone what we could see through the telescope.
Tonight you're gonna see 2 planets, Jupiter and Saturn.
And we managed to get some pictures, but they're not that good, of Saturn. Through the telescope you could even see the ring.
That was so cool.
We've seen Jupiter, the 7 sisters,
Yeah.
the 3 Marys and Orion's belt. 2 different galaxies
That was amazing.
that kind of just look like clouds, and then obviously the Milky Way we could see as well.
This is literally the most
Así que
amazing thing I've ever done. But yeah, the pictures we did get, we literally took on our iPhones, and I'm so shocked and actually quite impressed about how they came out.
He also did take a picture of us with the stars at the end, and he said he's going to email to us, so if that's, yeah, that's on screen now. However, we woke up at 4 AM. It is currently midnight. We're going to bed. We're just waiting for our tour guide now. We're about to jump on the bus, head about 15 minutes out of town to a place called Valle de la Luna, which basically in English means Valley of the Moon, and the terrain there is supposed to resemble the surface of the moon. NASA even did the Mars rover prototype there, so it's supposed to resemble not this planet. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh yeah, ready! Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
But we can't. We gotta wait.
Well, let's maybe go outside and wait, I don't know. We are just about to start a 40-minute hike up to what I think is a viewpoint. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit worried about a 40-minute hike with this altitude. I feel like I'm gonna feel a bit unfit.
It's just like one massive sand dune.
Family, how do you feel? Right. Good? Okay, so guys, on your back you have one of the minerals that has more presence in the salt range, okay, which is the clay, is this one. It comes from the crystallization of the mineral plaster, okay, and also the calcium sulfate. It's called alite, it's a salt crystal, okay.
There's a crystallization of salt. Said, don't eat it though. One, it's already hot enough and your mouth will be really dry and two, it's not good for you. It's pretty cool though.
Do you know how a dune is formed?
Wind.
No? Wind, exactly. So all this sand is carried by the wind. This sand comes from all over the place from the Atacama Desert. But the sand needs something to stop it, so that way it can gather for a long time. So inside of this formation, we have those formations over there.
I can see why they say that this is like the place that looks the most like Mars, and that's why they kind of use this place as a place to test things that they go put on Mars.
Probably the closest thing you're going to get really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Don't they also film films here if they want to like base it on like Mars or the moon and
I
things?
think so. I did read somewhere
Yeah.
something like that. I mean, if this is Mars, I wouldn't want to live there. So all it is like cool rocks, sand and cool rocks.
No shops here, come on.
No shops,
No pubs.
no pubs, that's the main thing.
Wow. Trying to hide behind a rock from a sandstorm. But it's not really working. Oh my gosh.
It's part of the adventure, it's part of the adventure.
This is nuts.
This is a huge crystal. So they said that the salt crystal, like this one, the alite and the selenite, they clean the bad vibes that are around you. So for good luck, you touch it, you ask something from the Mother Earth, and you'll be happy.
Good luck if you touch it, apparently.
There's a few of these buildings around, and online I read that Martians landed here mistaking it for Mars, and then they built those houses to keep shelter.
I'm not falling for that. Basically what this is the little mini houses that the miners built. They used to build a fire in the middle, and in the night time the crystals used to like shine because it was dark and reflecting off the fire.
One small step for man, one giant leap for Kelsey. Get it? Because the moon? Valley of the Moon?
I get it. Apparently this section here is Death Valley and we can take a little walk through, but he said don't go too far because we're going to make cocktails. Paco! Well, that's a reaction. I want to go and see what our reaction was all about.
It was like a kid.
Whoa! As she said, he's going to attempt to go all the way up to the top. Oh, no, he's not. He's going down. I think it might be a bit steep. another note, this place is so cool.
It's probably not a good idea to do this in this altitude. I'm super out of breath. Look at that view. That's sick.
Oh, I can see my shadow. Woo! Didn't make it all the way to the top.
Yeah, I was out of breath. No, I didn't make it.
Jeez.
Oh, but I was out of breath though. Here's the altitude.
Oh, cocktail is ready. That's a good announcement. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go sour, guys.
Oh my gosh, that smells so good.
What is it? The national Chilean drink.
Want juice?
I think it's all over like South America. I know it's really popular in like Peru and stuff. You know, like tasty.
Oh, it smells good.
I know, that's what I said.
Alcohol.
It was like lemony. Does kind of smell a bit strong though. We're gonna do a toast.
Okay, let's make a toast. Everyone. Yeah. Party time. Okay. Cheers, everyone. I wish you the best for this new year. Okay. A lot of love, a lot of good things. Okay. Abundance. Okay. Good life for you. Okay. Please. Cheers. Hey guys, please enjoy this. So we have guacamole, different kinds of things, different kinds of cheese, okay, fruits. This is carrot cake, okay, covered by chocolate.
That's different.
This is
That's
our
different, it's quite nice
chicken
though.
paste.
Cheers to our last day in Chile.
The time lapse is set up for the sunset.
Pretty good spot for sunset.
I think this is the perfect time for us to say our thoughts on Chile. Because this is literally the last thing.
I think so too. Right. What do you think Chile's been like?
Well, right now it's a bit chilly.
I think Chile's been a really cool country. We've done like a bunch of different things in each place we've been, which I think has been really cool.
Yeah, I think it started off quite average, but it ended up being probably one of the best places we've been so far.
Chile was a country that really surprised us. From the busy cities to the uniqueness of the Atacama Desert, we really didn't expect to have as much fun as we did. Chile, you've been a pleasure.